I don't need to tell you about the mathematics that are infused throughout the Alice books, but Lewis Carroll wrote and published hundreds of pamphlets and wrote thousands of letters. And it would take me well over an hour to share all of that with you. So in the gift exchange, you'll see a paper that includes a whole lot. And here I want to share with you a subset of what's in that paper. When he was a teenager, he wrote a magazine for his family, and he included cartoons. And this one was a parody on homeopathy. Let me zoom in on some of what's being said here. Please, McCook, there's only 1/1000th of an ounce of bread left, and she must keep that for next week. Go and order 1/1,000,000th more at the baker's. He wrote so many letters that he created this little postage stamp case to hold on and arrange all of his stamps. And he included a pamphlet titled 8 or 9 Wise Words About Letter Writing. Let me share 2 of those bits of wisdom. Don't repeat yourself. When once you have had your say fully and clearly on a certain point and have failed to convince your friend, drop the subject. To repeat your arguments all over again will simply lead to his doing the same, and so you will go on like a circulating decimal. Did you ever know a circulating decimal come to an end? If, in picking a quarrel, each party declined to go more than 3/8 of the way, and if in making friends each was ready to go 5/8 of the way, why, there would be more reconciliations of quarrel. If only we could all live that way. And he even puts this in a letter to a child. He invites her for dinner and then writes, do not be alarmed at the number of guests. It will be 0.99999, etc. It looks alarming, I grant, but circulating decimals lose much of their grandeur when reduced to fractions. He closed many of his letters this way. Gertrude, I send you 7 kisses to last a week. Gertrude, I send you 4 3/4 kisses. Gertrude, I send you 10 million kisses and remain your loving friend. Amy, I send 2 kisses and a half for you to divide with Agnes, Emily, and Godfrey. Mind you, divide them fairly. Alice, I send my best love for you to divide with your brother, and I would advise you to give 2/3 to him and take 3/4 for yourself. This was just about a week ago. I discovered he received a letter from his mother when he was very, very young. She had gone away to take care of her father, and she writes this letter to him and closes it this way. Give your siblings and all my other treasures, including yourself, 1 billion kisses from me. With my most affectionate love. I'm sending you a shabby note, but I cannot help it. And he kept this letter for the rest of his life. It obviously influenced him because you can see that in his own letters. And with 10 siblings, he wrote this on the back of the letter. No one is to touch this note, for it belongs to CLD, covered in slimy pitch so that they will wet their fingers. Division by 0. As curator of the wine cellar at Oxford, he writes, the consumption of Madeira has been, during the past year, 0. After careful calculation, I estimate that if this rate of consumption be steadily maintained, our present stock will last us an infinite number of years. We may yet cheer ourselves with the thought of how economically it can be done. And one great principle in managing business for other people, if you want to inspire confidence, give plenty of statistics. It does not matter that they should be accurate or even intelligible, so long as there is enough of them. We sure have seen that a lot, haven't we? How about this? Proof by contradiction in a letter to a child. You are quite correct in saying that it is a long time since you have heard from me. In fact, I find I have not written to you since the 13th of last November. But what of that? You have access to the daily papers. Surely you can find out negatively that I am all right. Go carefully through the list of bankruptcies and then run your eye down the police cases. And if you fail to find my name anywhere, you can say to your mother in a tone of calm satisfaction, Mr. Dodgson is going on well. He made fun of the parliamentary elections by using Euclid's Elements. Let me read 3 of the definitions to you. Plain anger is the inclination of 2 voters to one another who meet together, but whose views are not in the same direction. When a proctor meeting another proctor makes the votes on one side equal to those on the other, the feeling entertained by each side is called right anger. And obtuse anger is that which is greater than right anger. One last one on measurement. Edith, I deplore your assertion that I cannot be as fond of figure drawing as yourself. The point cannot be settled till we have measured the 2 fondnesses by the same unit. Now, the unit of pleasure, which I suggested years ago, and which society hasn't yet adopted, is the pleasure felt in eating 1 penny bun in 1 minute. Please to estimate the pleasure which you get from an hour of figure drawing using that as a unit, and then we can compare numbers. My number is 235. Thank you.